Hiya, Steve. Thank you for everything. I could not have made it through the sale of our home without you and your brokerage. To everyone watching this, I just want to share my experience with Steve Bradley and Bradley Group Realtors on the sale of my home. When Steve asked me if I could do this for him, I jumped at the chance. Um, Now, I could go on about how impressive Steve's presentation was and how amazing his marketing of our home was, and it was. But what I really want to talk about is how Steve performed when there was a massive problem. Now, a week before we were to go to closing and buy our next home, the buyer of our home and their agent stopped returning Steve's follow-up calls. Steve shared this with us immediately and was very open and honest and said, look, there's a problem here and we need to be prepared to find solutions. Apparently, the buyer lost their loan and their agent wasn't returning Steve's calls. And it was actually the buyer's lender that eventually got in touch with him and shared what was going on. Just when I was losing hope that our home wasn't selling and that we were going to lose the house we were buying, Steve calmly sat me down and detailed how we were going to solve this problem. It wasn't all good news, but his calm demeanour and his confidence I found very reassuring. Now, while we were going to miss our initial deadline, Steve shared how he was going to get our house back on the market immediately, how we were going to see an offer pretty soon. And he even contacted the seller of the house we were buying and said why it was in their best interest to wait for us a little longer. Steve got straight on the phone, he started emailing everyone, and within less than a week we had a new offer. It all happened so quick that the seller of the house we were buying was more than happy to wait for us for the extra few weeks. To say it was all amazing and impressive is an understatement. Obviously we wish there was no problems, but the caliber of a person really shines through when problems like this happen. And in my humble opinion, Steve and his brokerage are of the highest caliber. So thank you again, Steve, to you and everyone at your brokerage. You are all fantastic.